Hello everybody, Roderick here, welcome to another Dokkan battle video. So my summons for Gogeta went pretty well. I'm gonna of course try to get them off the VOD here. But we got ourselves some good stuff with Gogeta. Gonna make sure that the video is uploaded and everything. And then of course I got myself Omega with the Pity. So I'm very close to the Pity again, so I can be able to get another copy of Gogeta. So that's possibly what I'm gonna do. But did want to get at least one of each during the celebration. I might as well just get all of the characters, right? So we got Omega Shenron here, our good old Dokkan Fest. He leads Inhuman Deeds, Power Absorption, or GT Bosses category. Keep +3, 200% to HP, 170 to attack and defense. Then we get the additional 50% HP attack and defense for characters who also belong to Shadow Dragon Saga, Worldwide Chaos, and or Battle of Fate. So pretty good stuff there. That's a very nice leader skill considering the fact that Omega does need some usability, right? We got the 12 key, where we can raise our defense for 1 turn, causes colossal damage to the enemy, greatly lowers attack and defense. Then we got the Demon Death Ball. Greatly raises defense for 4 turns, causes mega colossal damage to all enemies, and disables enemies' action once within the turn. Pretty good stuff here. Then we get this intro animation, which of course we will play here on camera. When all allies are extreme class characters, right? So you do have to make sure that the team is centered in that. He gives extreme class allies a chance of performing a critical hit +20%. Randomly changes tech or AGL key spheres to rainbow key spheres for 1 turn. And then of course he launches an additional super attack. And extreme class allies get key +2, attack +70% for 4 turns. So very good support for at least those few turns there. Very nice. For basic effects, he gets 3 key, attack and defense +300%. He gets an additional key per key we obtain. He gets 50% damage reduction. He randomly changes physical or int key spheres to rainbow key sphere as well. So he'll be massively like changing all the key spheres for at least 4 turns, right? Then, you know, after his intro runs out, at least for the turn, sorry, because for 1 turn we'll have that massive orb changing, and then after that he's just gonna be focusing on the physical and int key spheres. Then with a rainbow key sphere obtained, extreme class allies get defense +70%, plus an additional damage reduction +10% for characters who also belong to GT bosses for 2 turns. This does not say self-excluded, so it helps him out as well. This gives him an extra 10% damage reduction, so he'll be looking at 60% damage reduction, and then if you do use another friend, Omega, it provides the extra 10% damage reduction, so 70% damage reduction. Very good stuff there. When attacking, he gets attack +150%. When we have 18 or more key, we're getting attack +100%, 150% attack when attacking, and then we're getting defense +150% when receiving an attack. If we're launching a 24 key super, we're getting that critical hit guaranteed. When we're receiving an unarmed super attack, which I believe in this fight we do have a couple of bosses that we can get that, we have a 70% chance to nullifying it and countering it with tremendous power. But if we're under 70% HP, we're getting that guaranteed nullification there. Pretty good. And then after performing 5 or more attacks in battle, we're getting support for extreme class allies. They're getting 2 key and a chance of performing a critical hit +20%. So with his intro, at least for 4 turns, at least for the turn, sorry, we're getting that extra 20% crit chance there. And then of course if we do 5 attacks in battle, we're getting that extra 20% crit support there. Pretty good. And then of course he randomly changes tech or AGL key spheres to rainbow key spheres starting from the character's next attacking turn. So we'll see how our boy looks. 55% full level 1 links. We'll see how our boy can put in the domination here. We got him on this team. Right now they're still trying to... I actually could include here LR Nuova. So that could be like a pretty good option to add on to the team. But I'm gonna do his showcase first, rather than just actually purposely going through the whole showcase with him. And then we'll have this little setup here. We're gonna get some ECAs and super ECAs in the future to help this team out. So let's go ahead and jump right in. We got his intro, so we're gonna go ahead and play it right here. Very, very good stuff here for Omega and his intros, man. I don't know what it is. You know, we got the Carnival LR because he's also gonna show up, but he's gonna put his intro here. I love the AGL Omega Shenron's intro so much. This guy's active skill intro is also like pretty close. All right, so we got him here. Look at this battle motion there, very epic. So we got a few links active here: Fear and Faith, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. We could have big bad bosses available, but unfortunately we're full level 1 links, so we don't have that just yet. So we're gonna collect as many Rainbow Key Spheres as we can. Look at the man. We'll test him out. How is he on slot 1? Shouldn't be too difficult here. So you just only need to collect 1 Rainbow Key Sphere with him, and you're already providing that extra defense support for the allies, getting that damage reduction, and then of course the extra damage reduction is only for GT characters. So we do have the friend here that we can use, and you guys are gonna see that we're gonna get that extra defense to support here. So 274k. Do keep in mind that we're getting that extra 70% defense for allies, but we're also getting that damage reduction support too. So okay, we're getting here 30 million. Okay, we don't have the best of links active with this man, but he's looking mighty fine here. We got the additional super there, or he's guaranteed an additional super attack with his intro buff. So we're guaranteed that extra super for only 4 turns, and then after that we're losing that. So if you are able to, of course, he works pretty fine at 55%, but I say that for all the units, right? Because mostly that's what people do, right? Summon for everything and try to get dupes of all the units. But I would say if your focus is to just getting dupes of this Omega, giving him additionals will be a pretty good priority, considering the fact that he only has his guaranteed additionals from his intro. He doesn't have any built-in additionals, unfortunately. So that kind of makes him a little bit iffy. Do want to check Omega's details as well, this Carnival Omega, because it's been a while since we have ran him. Look at the HP that we have too, 970k HP. That's pretty high. Pretty high HP here. Let me see, because again, Omega has been so outdated now, but we do have a couple of GT characters in the team that gives him an additional like damage reduction support as well, so we'll give him that. I do want to emphasize as well that because of the creation of Rainbow Key Spheres for the physical Omega Shenron, we can have this guy get some help too, because for every Rainbow Key Sphere that this AGL Carnival Omega Shenron collects, he's getting 7% damage reduction. So that Carnival Omega is going to be helping out greatly with the addition of creating Rainbow Key Spheres. Of course, he already changes in Key Spheres to Rainbow for at least 7 turns, but the Dokkan Fest Omega is also going to help him out too. So looking very, very good. We also got the limited time buffs for Baby here, so that's why his attack stat is also pretty high, but it's another resourceful unit that we can use on the team due to the fact that this setup that we're running here, we got Inhuman Deeds more so than like GT bosses or anything like that. This setup is like sort of decent, right? It's not the greatest, but we have to make do with what we got, right? All right, we're gonna finish off KO here. And we're gonna get Kefla. We also have the ability to use the active skill for this Omega Shenron, but we do have to perform at least... well, let me see. No, we have it available, sorry. We can have it available when there's another Inhuman Deeds, Power Absorption, or GT Bosses category ally attacking the same turn, or when the character performs 5 or more attacks in battle, right? So I want to test them out here. Let's see our defenses. 376k, not bad. Let's get that Rainbow Key Sphere here so we can get that extra support for the allies. And we're getting the support from the Super ECA Goku Black as well. So we can see him a little bit better here. We're also getting that defense once we're getting hit. Very important too. 31 million. And when 18 or more, when we're attacking with 18 or more key, we're getting that extra 150% attack. And then of course, when attacking, we're getting that extra attack plus 150%. So very good stuff. We're getting a guaranteed crit as well because we're at 24 key. Like we're looking pretty good. Okay, this is a Key Blast Super, so fortunately no counter, but he tanked that pretty decently. Not bad. We'll do one more turn. Actually, we're getting a pretty nice little turn here on the next setup. We could use the domain next turn just to help our boy out. That's what's most likely gonna happen. So Omega slot 1, you can get away with putting him on slot 1 if you have this setup right here. Because again, he's getting basically 70% damage reduction. Alright, so unfortunately this is the problem that I have. Like, we have this Omega Shenron, which is fine, but we have the same name character, so they're not gonna be able to link at all. But let's go ahead and use our domain here. I don't know if we're getting a KO actually. Let's see. Actually, I was thinking more of Gogeta because he does have an attack on his active, but this is not an attack. Alright, so with this domain ability that you guys can be able to use technically right away if you do have the conditions met, getting Inhuman Deeds, Power Absorption, or GT Boss's character next to him, we're getting that extra support here. So Inhuman Deeds, Power Absorption, or GT Boss's category enemies and allies are getting an additional attack plus 25%. We are going to get increased damage here by superclass enemies by 20%. We're getting an additional 10% for characters who also belong to Earth Protecting Heroes, Fuse Fighters, and or GT Heroes. So we have a Fuse Fighter category enemy and a superclass Fuse Fighter category enemy in Kefla. So we're gonna get a bit of extra damage taken here, but let's see how Omega Shenron performs here. This domain, of course, is helping out everybody on this turn. So let's see. Getting that extra defense, which is good. No super. 45 million. We got some good links active here. One of his best linking partners, which is ECA, we will get soon, is that Tech Sin Shenron. So looking mighty fine there. Oh, sorry.
最高の理解者が必要だった。
今この世界で絶対的な力を持つのは私と私。
この二人だけだ。
Sorry, Rose, didn't mean to interrupt you. I like the little background for the domain. Looks pretty good. This could also be some pretty hefty damage here for Samasu, so why not? This is with the extra support. Actually, wait. Yeah, this is with the extra support because Inhuman Deeds are getting this. Not bad by our boy Samasu here. When I reiterate that Omega's his defense raise is for 4 turns. It's a greatly raised on defense for 4 turns, which again, pretty good. We're gonna get that rainbow key sphere there, supporting the rotation. Now his intro has ran out, right? Yeah, because we're on. This is the 5th turn from the start of the battle, so we're no longer going to be getting that extra additional. We're no longer getting that extra attack plus 70% support, which, you know, on this turn when we did the active skill could have been a lot better, but we're now providing defensive support for the allies. And then of course we have not gotten hit. Actually, yeah, this is when we get hit, right? Yeah, number of attacks received. We have received 7 hits, so, but we do need to perform at least 5 attacks, so that way we get the extra key support, the extra crit support, things like that. So let's go ahead and get this in here and see how we do for our boy Omega. That's not bad. We got sealed though, so that's kind of unfortunate. Okay, 200k. Then of course we were locked on slot 3. Kind of bad. It's kind of unfortunate we got that sealed there, but that's some pretty nice tanking. Of course, we do have type advantage. I don't know if this guy is super class. Let me see the typing. Yeah, he is. So we, again, with the domain ability, we're getting that extra damage received due to the fact that the domain basically is buffering the enemy's damage here. 73 million. I don't know if the extra defense that we get on his passive activates mid-turn, but I mean, looking pretty good so far. I'm liking what I'm seeing here. Omega is not going to be like super uber impressive. I mean, he's tanking for double digits on some of these normals and stuff like that, but he's looking pretty good, I want to say. And then of course we do have the active skill for this guy still. The activity active. How many attacks have we received for this guy? Oh well, he has done only has done 2, right? So we'll do this. We'll get this right here, and of course we'll do that. Before we get the new stage, there should be. I mean, they should be easy. I'm assuming. Yeah, I don't think you will have a lot of difficulty on this. Double-digit damage, but we got the seal again, so. I didn't want to put Rose on slot 1. So. But yeah, now he's only gonna be getting that 1 attack coming through. There's no hidden potential system unless the hidden potential system additional comes through. I didn't mean to say hidden potential system. There's no additional built in onto his passive, so we're losing a little bit on that. So I kind of wish that he could have gotten a bit more. but I would say not bad for Omega here. Okay. Well, let's play these active skills, why?
こんな星消えてなくなってしまえ。
I'll explain the reason in a second, Abby. Alright, so let's see how much this active skill can do.
一気にこの星ごと吹き飛ばしてやる。この星もろとも消えてなくなれ。
Yeah. Almost no damage for this guy. Alright. We're gonna get that pesky lock out of the way, and then we're going to go into the next fight, I'm assuming. Hopefully we don't get supered here. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure this Omega is not gonna survive the super attack. And then of course this Omega does need to do his supers here in order to... Do we need to super? Yeah, for every attack performed, he gets built up there, so... That's why his attack is not gonna be super high. I mean, I like this Omega. It looks really, really good. Of course, the lack of built-in additionals kind of hurts him a little bit. You do have those built-in additionals with his intro buff, but anything else after that, you will want to possibly test your luck and try to get some dupes in. He is pretty good still at 55%, but if you want to see him at his most optimal best, you will want to possibly get some more attacks in with him. But I mean, Omega looks pretty good, I would say. Let's go ahead and test him out how hefty he can resist these attacks. Because again, we're facing a super class enemy. We're buffing him with the domain ability. So we'll do that. Let's see, are we insta-dead here, or do we lift the super attack? This super attack shouldn't be as hard-hitting as the previous one. Yeah, the crit chances are there. I mean, that's pretty good tanking with crits and stuff like that. I don't know how well duped up this Omega is, but... Kind of reminds me of Jiren in a way, because he only does one super attack. He doesn't get any additionals extra built in. 84 million by this Rose. Absolutely insane. Also getting that extra support here by the Rose Goku Black here, that Super ECA one, so not bad at all. Yeah, the AGL Omega Shenron's damage is not it, unfortunately. Okay. But yeah, poor Omega Shenron here. So gonna get some extra key. We're not getting the 24 key, unfortunately, because I want to save as much rainbow key spheres as possible with the AGL one. But we only got 2, so... Let's see. Get that notification here, so he might not super. That's pretty good. That attack break also helps out a lot. That attack break really is pretty good. So that way we don't have to take a super attack from good old Jiren here. But yeah, I mean, pre-super Jiren with the crit, yeah, like we were able to tank it pretty well. But we met our demise. Alright, let me take off the OSTs real quick. You know how it is, Dokkan and playing OSTs. We love to see it, right? Everybody loves to see it. But yeah, I like him a lot. But he looks pretty good. I want to get him Link level because, of course, with big bad bosses, Links like those really help him out greatly. But we'll be able to test him out a bit furthermore once we get those ECAs coming through, like the Great Ape Super Baby 2. The Int one is getting his ECA. The Sin Shenron, that tech Sin Shenron is also very helpful because I think he provides support for GT bosses, if I remember correctly. We also got this Nova, which I'm going to do a separate showcase. I feel like the team would have functioned a little bit better if we had him in there, just so that we had some extra links active. But this Tech Sin, I thought he gave support. No, he doesn't. They could make him a support unit, hopefully. So that way we could see a pretty good role coming out of this guy, or with this guy getting his ECA as well. Providing that GT bosses support there. Hopefully they make these guys good, man, because we need something for Omega Shenron here. But yeah, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think of the LR physical Omega Shenron. Looking very, very good, if I do say so myself. Make sure you guys hit the like button if you haven't already. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. Hopefully you guys enjoy. Make sure you support the channel. I appreciate it with all the videos and all the stuff that you guys have been checking. Appreciate it so much. Thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys all in the next one.